anymore. That night, I couldn't eat dinner and Mom asked if I was sick. I said my stomach hurt from running in PE, and she let me go to my room early. I walked past the empty bedroom at the end of the hall and stopped to stare at it. The door was always closed, but I could picture it now, not as a warning about some bad kid who disappointed her, but as a prop in her twisted game. The baseball trophy on the mantle wasn't from Zach's Little League team like she always said. It was probably something she bought at a thrift store to make her story seem more real. Everything was fake, designed to keep me scared and under control. I lay in bed thinking about tomorrow and how I'd text Zach without getting caught. The next day at the school, I waited until lunch and asked my friend Jake if I could borrow his phone to call my dad about picking me up. He handed it over without questions, and I went to the bathroom stall to text the number Tom wrote down. "It's Daniel. I'm okay," I typed. Zach texted back immediately saying we could meet for a few minutes after school tomorrow behind the library. "Delete this whole conversation and act totally normal at home," he wrote. I deleted everything and gave Jake his phone back. That night, Mom started her lecture about the detention I'd gotten, and it was exactly like Zach warned. She took away my phone privileges for 2 weeks and added new rules about coming straight home after school. "You're starting to remind me of your brother," she said while I sat at the kitchen table. "First it's detention, then it's skipping class, then it's failing grades." She went on for over an hour about how disappointed she was and how I was heading down the same path as Zach. I nodded and apologized over and over, playing the part of the scared kid she wanted. "I'm sorry, Mom. It won't happen again," I said. "I'll do better, I promise." She seemed satisfied with my fear and sent me to do homework. Lying in bed later, I started remembering all the times she'd used Zach to scare me. When I was 7 and spilled grape juice on the carpet, she stood over me saying Zach used to spill things too, and look where he ended up. When I was 9 and forgot my math homework in my locker, she made me stand in front of the empty bedroom while she cried about how Zach forgot things all the time. When I was 11 and asked to quit piano lessons, she spent 3 hours telling me Zach quit baseball, and that's when everything went wrong for him. Every single threat was calculated to make me more afraid. The next few days at the school were hard because I kept spacing out in class. My math teacher pulled me aside after I failed a pop quiz and asked if everything was okay. "You're usually so focused," she said. Then the counselor, Mr. Reynolds, called me to her office and asked similar questions. "Teachers are noticing you seem distracted," she said gently. I almost told her everything right then, but remembered Zach's warning about being careful who to trust and when to speak up. "Just tired from studying," I lied. After school, I met Zach behind the library for exactly 10 minutes. He pulled out a folded photocopy from his pocket and showed it to me. It was an old report card with James written at the top in Mom's handwriting, but everything else was typed. "She made this to show me when I was your age," he explained. "James was the made-up brother before me, and I was the made-up brother for you." The paper looked so real, but knowing it was fake made me feel sick. Tom showed up right as our 10 minutes ended and started pressuring me to tell someone at the school about everything. "Kids need multiple adults looking out for them," he said firmly. "CPS takes reports more seriously when they come from teachers or counselors, not just angry teenagers."